Hi, this feels weird because I'm not with Sarah. So I'm back on my own and I have got nothing scripted. I haven't got anything, any cutaway shots or anything like that. So if you're hoping for one of those videos, this isn't gonna happen. But I've had a really interesting weekend and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna talk about this because I'm gonna just talk and think at the same time. I'm literally like sat on my sofa, I have nothing around me and it's just you and me and we're gonna chat. So, on Saturday, I was out and a lovely girl came over to me in a bar and said, I love your videos. And it really took me aback because I forget that you guys watch them. You know, in my head, it's just me sitting here talking to this camera. And I was so touched that she came over. I'm really sorry because I know you're going to be watching this and I can't remember your name, but I do hope you enjoyed that glass of Prosecco. And she just made me feel so good about myself and made me want to make more videos because she said that I'm uplifting her, which is such a lovely thing to say. So that kind of made me feel very humble inside, and we went out dancing afterwards and all my friends were like dancing like this, like trying to be all sexy, and then I was there being all Latino dancer, like flinging myself around a bit like Christina Milian in the Dip It Low mud video, forward slash a bit like J-Lo when J-Lo dances in some of her videos. That's how I thought I looked. I'm sure if there was filming evidence of how I dance, it wouldn't be like that at all. Anyway, I'm really sure where I went with that. But last night something happened and I want to share it because it's touched me inside, not a euphemism. Basically, I left a bar, I'd had some Sunday drinks and I was walking home and I saw a guy and he asked me for money. And I said, no, it's okay. Because usually I don't give money to homeless people if they look like they're taking loads of drugs. Because yes, they need money, but I'd rather buy them food. And also, I don't want my money to then just go straight up their nose or in their veins. Thanks. So I walked past this guy, said no, and then I kind of looked at him and he didn't look like he was on drugs. He looked like tired and hungry, and we were by a chicken shop and I turned around and I went back and I said, dude, are you hungry? Do you want me to buy you some food? And he was like, yeah, I'd love that. And he was basically the same age as my dad, and we went into the chicken shop and I bought him, like a chicken burger, some chips, a Coke, and 2 cookies, and I made it like a large meal. I was like, just eat that. And I sat down with him because I didn't want him to feel alone in the chicken shop. So I sat with him and I had some chips and I just asked him about how he'd got to. And it was a really rare moment because in life, you're not really there chatting to homeless people. It was a moment that I just thought, God, our lives are so different. They're so a complete contrast. And I just thought, I've just been spending money on rosé and this guy literally doesn't have a pot to piss in. And so I said, he basically told me that he'd come over from Hungary. He had a daughter who was 21 and his family had no money and he came here to beg. And he sleeps on the street underneath a massive shopping centre near me. And he wasn't on drugs, he didn't have a shelter, he hadn't eaten for a day, I think. And he was so touched by the kindness and he was saying thank you and he was being really calm and he was really polite. And I found it so hard not to cry as this guy was telling me that, he's there. And it was the fact that he's the same age as Dad. And I just thought, God, what a position to be in your life. And so, yeah, I bought him and I wanted to do something else to help him, but I couldn't because I don't know, it's a hard situation to be in. Anyway, I walked around the corner and I just burst into tears. It was a really emotional moment. I just kept crying. A bit of it was wailing actually. And I got home and I just thought, wow, that's cost me £8 and it was an hour out of my time. I sat with him. I even hugged him when I said goodbye because I just wanted him to be better. And yeah, I don't know what, I'm not asking for you to be like, you're so nice, you're so kind, Jules, but what I'm trying to say is I've had a really humbling weekend of realising that material things are not always important, and actually you can give so much through being kind and taking the time out for somebody else. Like the girl in the bar took the time and plucked up the courage, so she says, to come and say thank you for videos, which made me feel amazing. And I took the time out to sit with a homeless person and give them some dinner. I'm not saying anyone should do that. I'm not recommending you should do that. I'm just telling you that this was my circumstance. And yeah, I feel very humbled today. I feel very, you know, what is everything about? I mean, partially this is going to be due to the large amount of rosé that I had last night, I think. But yeah, it's all about being grateful, being happy, living your life, I think. A bit of a weird video, but I felt just like I needed to share, and I think that's what YouTube's about. I was chatting to one of my friends and he was like, some days I just get up and I think of a video and I film it, and that's what's happened this morning. I was like, you know what, this is how I'm feeling and I'm gonna vlog it and I'm gonna film it. So, if you have anything that you want to share or anything that you think I should know that's a nice thing to do, I'd love to know. And yeah, let's keep feeling good together. I'm going to film some more videos. Sarah and I are going to do the Q&A. We just couldn't get our heads around getting it into the schedule, so that will be filmed soon. So you've still got time to get questions in for that. And yeah, maybe I will have a cry today, who knows. Yeah, I will see you next time. Please go and follow me on Instagram if you don't already, because I'm going to do more video content over on there, because at the moment I'm finding it a little bit hard to schedule everything in with 2 podcast shows, trying to do 2 YouTubes, and trying to manage my actual paying work, because I don't get paid for any of this. So I'm just trying to like spin some plates and make things work in an easier fashion for me, but still I can give you positive vibes to you. I will see you in the next video. Be happy, enjoy life, be grateful, and keep loving yourself. Goodbye.